Hi there, it's LDake again with Kale Realty, your Illinois licensed broker. And today we're going to be talking about open houses. I know you might have a question or two about them, so let's get at it. Stick around. Okay, and we're back. So, first things first, might as well define what an open house is, right? It's a place for free snacks. Well, maybe, sometimes, often, occasionally, not necessarily. An open house is just a way for people to come by and check the place out. Not necessarily a house, not necessarily for sale, could be for rent. I've done it myself. It's just another marketing tool. There's different ways to do them, different ways that people attend, so we'll get into that in just a second. So, just like any other event, when you're having a party, you've got guests and you got hosts. Usually the host is an agent, oftentimes accompanied by someone else, maybe a lender, maybe a second person in their office, or a staff or administrative person. Sometimes the seller does it themselves. There may be some ground rules for guests, just like at your own party. Times, from when to when. Also, maybe they're being asked to take their shoes off. Maybe they're being asked limit the number of people attending, especially in these COVID times. Use hand sanitizer, wear a mask, or whatever it is that the seller and the agent have come into an agreement as far as the general public still attending, but as far as how they attend. One rule I feel that should be across the board is that every guest signs in. Not just for someone that's in off the street, but also next door neighbors, also other agents that maybe they're looking for their buyer on the buyer's behalf couldn't make it at that time, taking a preview. Maybe a buyer has already done paperwork and has signed an agreement with an agent. That's fine too if they want to check the place out. Still, every person who comes in should be signing in. I have a requirement that I always explain to my sellers, that if I'm hosting an open house, I will have another person with me, and that helps to make sure that everyone who comes in signs in. So there are several ways to market an open house. The easy one is just putting an alert on the MLS listing that says the open house is from this time to this time, whether snacks will be provided or a whole lunch or whatever. What I like to do in addition to that is I will have nice invitations created, and I'll go knocking around on doors and letting everybody know that we're going to be having this open house from this time to this time on this date. That way, hey, maybe a neighbor has a cousin who's looking to buy, and how awesome is it to pick your own neighbors, right? So that way they can come by, check it out, and they can call their cousin and say, hey, I saw the house next door is for sale. Why don't you check it out, go maybe visit it yourself and put in an offer? There's a few other things that I like to do as well, not just for safety issues, but also, of course, the main job is to get the home sold. And yeah, like I said, a seller absolutely can host their own open houses, but if they're listed with an agent, then ordinarily the agent would handle this work for them. Okay, and so there you have it. I'm sure you still have a question left, so why don't you reach out and contact me? Always call me at 773 697-4474. Again, I'm LDake with Kale Realty, your Illinois licensed broker. And please remember, I always have time for you and your referrals.